You don't need anything to wake up. You don't need to find anything that's not already in your experience to wake up. You don't need to acquire any specific knowledge to wake up. You don't need the perfect teaching or to interact with an enlightened teacher to wake up. You don't need to rid yourself of any bad habit to wake up. To wake up, all you really have to do is see that in a very real way, you were never asleep. The transfixion, I'm not sure if that's a word, but it is now, of attention on thoughts makes it appear through the reflective nature of consciousness that what you are is something discrete, something that needs to defend itself, something that's on shaky ground, something that's not sure what it is. All of those are illusions, because what you are could never be unsure about what it is. What you are doesn't doubt. A doubt, as a thought, can arise in this experience, but what you are, as the pure sense of I, the pure sense of being, is not touched by that thought, by that doubt. It's not tainted by it. It's something like a prism through which any form of light can be transmitted, but it doesn't change the nature of the prism. Red light can be transmitted through the prism, and the prism doesn't itself change in any way. It simply allows the light to propagate through it. And when the red light is not there, the prism is still clear. The prism itself is clarity. This is your identity. And the transmission of light through your identity could be called thoughts about you. It doesn't matter what those flavors of thought are, they don't change what you are as the one through which all of this propagates. Consciousness could be said to be the transmitting nature of the prism itself, meaning consciousness, or the transmitting nature, it's the substance that allows thought or light to transmit through or form or color the experience, and it never changes the simple fact that you are the knowingness of the transmission of the prism, of the light, but not contingent upon any of it. So as all the thoughts of the day propagate through experience, you can ask, who or what am I? That is not tainted, altered, touched, or limited by those thoughts, by those experiences, by the flavors of knowing. Who or what is untouched by all of that and is here right now? Not in some altered state, not in some mystical experience, but here right now. What is that? What is it? What is the only thing that could possibly be that is untouched by whether or not a single thought arises? What is that? I'll give you a hint. You're looking right through it. You're looking right from it. You're in direct contact with it at all times. It doesn't change. It doesn't move. It doesn't need anything to be what it is. It doesn't anticipate. It doesn't doubt. It just is. You just are. Can you rest there? Well, that's a trick question, because you can never not rest there. You're always there. This is the challenge with transmitting what is meant by I am. That is, the mind will immediately grab the message and turn it into something that it can find later, somewhere else, when I wake up. So no matter how many times I say awakening is not an event, I know I'll have to say it again and again and again. At some point, it just clicks. You can't find what you've never lost. You can't enter a room that you've never left. You can't become something you've never not been. None of those thoughts are about you. None of those thoughts have ever been about you. None of those mental events that seem like the shape of your life, the story or narrative of your life, the concerns and fears specific to you, none of those are what you are. They really aren't. They don't define what you are. You don't have to defend any part of that story. And you also don't have to change any part of that story or reject it. Either rejecting the story or defending the story is still buy-in. It's still taking yourself to be something you aren't. So again, what is it through which this story propagates? What is it that allows the thoughts to be known? What is it that allows the narratives of your life to be known? And yet itself is completely uncolored by any of those narratives. What is that? Ask the question, feel into it, and just stop. Stop trying to get somewhere. Stop trying to solve something. Stop trying to acquire something. Stop trying to get rid of something. Stop trying to affirm something. And stop trying to defend something. And it is just right here.